Hey guys, Lev here from Agilite. We've been getting a lot of questions about the differences between our plate carriers and kind of the compatibility with different parts of our system. So we thought we'd do a nice little quick video to kind of clear it up, dive into it a little bit, and talk about some of the features. So we're talking about the K0 and the K19. Let's talk about some of the differences and some of the features. Just before we go into it, I want to preface both of these plate carriers, the K0 and the K19, are supremely comfortable load carrying machines that can get you where you need to go. Now, if you're looking for that extra 5 to 10% of just pure comfort, the K19 has the extra padding to get you there. But if you're prioritizing shouldering a rifle, fitting into smaller spaces, maybe working out of a vehicle, the K0 might be a better option. So, for instance, the shoulders, right? So the K19 here comes with quick release shoulders that you can swap out for just plastic sliders. The K0, out of the box, comes completely slick. So for people who the highest priority is shouldering the rifle, fitting through narrow spaces, the K0 is going to be the option. And then if you're going for just all day long-term comfort, the K19 is still the #1 most comfortable plate carrier out there. So let's talk about the K0. The K0 is designed to be just as comfortable as the K19, but in a lower profile, sitting closer to the body and able to be scaled up and down depending on your mission set. So the focus on the K0 was kind of cable management and the low profile. If you look at these, they have the same plates in them right now. Sappy medium. You can see the K0 takes up a lot less space, a lot more minimal. One of the reasons the K19 is this shape is that it's a multi-size plate bag. So this can hold your mediums and your larges. The K0 is a little bit more of a tailored fit, so it's a medium, which also holds 10 by 12, or large size. So here you're going to have a plate carrier that fits exactly, and you can see gives it a nice tight profile, whereas here you have something that can accept a slightly wider range of plates. And it's kind of a personal preference thing. The shoulder pads here sit a little closer to your neck, where the shoulder pads on the K19 sit a little bit wider out. Besides for that, the K19 has a QDs that it comes with right off the bat. These are detachable, and you can switch them out for flat buckles that aren't quick release, that just give you a little bit lower profile. But again, personal preference. I actually prefer the K0 shoulders, which are much closer to the body and give you better shouldering of the stock of your weapon. Here you also have an admin pocket on the front, which is a nice place for putting like a phone or a notepad, maybe a map if it's folded up small. If we look at the backs of them, the K0 has a built-in flap over here, and this flap allows you to run our Warfighter Cummerbund or other Velcro Cummerbunds. The K19 can still use those Cummerbunds, but you need to use our adapter flap. I almost forgot, the K0 comes with a cable management kit. So this kit has 4 different options, 4 different kind of little organizational tools that you can use for managing cables, wires, and hydration hoses, and antennas even, anything basically on the outside of your plate carrier. So it has a flap for the shoulder over here. It has a adjustable elastic loop that you can put in the MOLLE in the front or on the sides over here to hold the end of your hydration bladder or whatever you want. And it has one of these one-wrap cut pieces that fits into any of the 4 locations around the K0 for excess cables, hoses, antennas, whatever. Then you have one of these guys, same idea as the hydration one, but this one fits onto the slots on the top of the shoulder straps. So you have just basically a myriad of different solutions. You can pick whatever works for you, set it up however you want. It's very plug and play. In general, the cable management on the K0 is, in my opinion, unmatched. We've really just given you a ton of solutions so you can wire it however you want and find something that works best for you. So we tried to make something that was kind of future-proof. It's not based around specific current gear, but it's based around gear in general, and it's going to be kind of something that can work for you for a long time with a lot of different setups with just minimal changes to how you wire it. So this is something very cool that the K0 comes with. While both of these plate carriers are height adjustable, the K0 has a patented sizing number system that's going to make it really easy for you to symmetrically set up both straps and to make sure your plate carrier isn't going to be lopsided. And then it lets you match up the number here with the number here. Boom. Symmetry, same height, and repeatable. So if we talk about the differences between the Cummerbunds of the 2 plate carriers, let's talk about the K0 Cummerbund. So the K0 comes out of the box with a minimalist one-size-fits-all Cummerbund, and this has some really nice features. So if we start at the back, it's adjustable. So you can just reach back and adjust it, loosen it, tighten it. and it has our custom buckles that we made for this. Over here, we have the middle pad. This pad has MOLLE on the inside and on the outside, and it houses the elastic mechanism, which gives it a little bit of stretch, which adds a lot of comfort to the cummerbund, lets you tighten it down without constricting your breath and constricting your movement. Moving forward, we have 5 columns of MOLLE, internal and external, and over here at the end, we have the connection point where you can connect either the Velcro flap, or this patented feature lets you really easily swap the Velcro ends for QDs or first rear tubes. So another thing that this offers is a ton of real estate options, because what you can do basically is set it up with a QD on one side, and on the other side you can have MOLLE all the way up to your placard in the front, which means you can keep running magazines all the way around, or gear all the way around the side. So you can do that either on both sides, or on one side, or on neither side. So if we compare it to the Cummerbund of the K19, the Cummerbund has 3 rows and 3 columns of external MOLLE. This works for a lot of people, but if you need more, you can add in the Warfighter Cummerbund and give full structured MOLLE all around the side. So these both come with QD buckles on either side. These are repair buckles, so they have a slit in them, so you can remove them and replace them with something else, or just get rid of them if you're running a Velcro Cummerbund instead. So now let's talk about the Warfighter Cummerbund. So the Warfighter Cummerbund is a really easy way to kind of up armor and increase the load bearing capability of either plate carrier. What it is a semi-structured cummerbund that also has removable and replaceable Velcro and QD ends, has internal and external MOLLE, has built-in stretch, and has 2 stiffened rows and 1 non-stiffened row. The non-stiffened row is so that you don't cut into your side when you're moving around, and it just overall is a great load-bearing option that holds the weight high up and still flexes around your body for comfort. So you can add this into either plate carrier. Now let's talk about the K0. So the K0 has a flap already built in over here, right? So you already have the rear Velcro, so all you have to do is detach this cummerbund and then Velcro in the Warfighter. So if you want to add this to the K19, what you need to do is to take the K19 MOLLE adapter flap. So you just MOLLE on the rear flap, and then you have full rear Velcro field that you can then attach these babies to. Let's talk about placards. So we have 3 placards currently in our lineup. Let's jump right into them. So we have the patent pending AG3 Placard, patent pending Pincer Placard, and our newest option, which is just a full MOLLE placard. It gives you the ability to have a custom MOLLE setup, whatever pouches you want, and then use it interchangeably with your other placards, say on the front of the K0, just like that. Now, let's talk about something that all of our placards have in common. So all of our placards have swappable and height adjustable buckles. So they come with G-hooks and with side release buckles, and you can easily swap them between them to make sure it fits in whatever plate carrier you're running them on, if for some strange reason you're not running a K0 or a K19. So if we compare the 2 of them, this is basically a continuation of the MOLLE surface that you can mount more things to on the outside in a very classic manner, and it's very low profile and just bomb-proof, super serious pouch. The Pincer Placard is for people that need higher speed, want a slicker aesthetic and a slicker pouch in general, and the most important thing to them is the quick access and the quick re-indexing. So what we did with the Pincer Placard is we took the classic elastic magazine pouch and we added a funnel to the top that gives it the ability to quickly and easily re-index magazines and put back magazines without looking, and it increased the durability tenfold, and just turned out a really, really unique piece of gear. Great option, especially if you want a nice slick front, although you can now add to it the 2nd layer admin pouch. Popped out like a fish, just flopped on out there. So the admin attaches to the front of the Pincer Placard, and it was built from the beginning to have this forward compatibility and to be able to mount more layers on it. So this is the first thing we've come out with for attaching it. If you have any ideas for other things you'd like to see on the front of the Pincer, let us know in the comments. That lets you really increase the loadout options for the Pincer Placard, lets you add some nice admin in the front, great organization, lets you put on Pincer pistol mag pouches, which you can set up as mag pouches, or you can set them up with a strap for smaller objects like multi-tools, small flashlights, whatever. This is also a great spot in the back for putting shears, chem lights, markers. You can also throw in these guys, which are the jump retention tabs. So these guys come as a set of 3 that you can just throw in, Velcro in, set at whatever height you need them, and then you can add that jump compatibility to your Pincer Placard. Super easy. Easy way to just add that retention in, and just like on the AGs, it moves to the side by itself. Okay, so this is the AG3. The AG3 is our take on the classic open top shot cord mag pouch, right? So what we've done is we've added this one-piece assembly to the top, which holds the magazines in place, but quickly and easily moves to the side. You can use the magazine to move it to the side and put it in. You have a base layer of 3 magazines. You can add to it whatever you want. You can add to it another AG3, and then have 6 magazines. You can add some pistol singles or a pistol double, whatever you want. All right, another easy way to add some load-bearing capacity to the front of the K0 or K19 is to take a 6-pack. So the 6-pack is what happens when you take a look at all of the underhang front pouches on the market. You take a look at the pain points, you put it through the T&E program, and you figure out what bothers people about current existing pieces of gear, current existing pouches, and what features they're looking to see. So a lot of people complained about pouches that had just elastic on the bottom or just some bare minimal retention device that kind of is very exposed to the elements and to abrasion and doesn't necessarily hold it securely. So what we did is we isolated that and protected it with this tourniquet flap that basically can flip around. You can access whatever you have in it. The elastic is protected from the outside, and it's isolated from the rest of the pouch so that it's always going to retain. So another cool thing about it is that it comes with a buckle and a strap that you can hook into the sides and then wear it as a fanny pack. So I do that quite frequently with mine whenever I'm out walking the dog. I put my gun in there so I don't have to put on a belt. So that's really nice. You can take this and then obviously just Velcro it right on in. So once it's in, you can see that it kind of just continues the shape of the plate carrier. We put a zipper right over here on the front, which makes it really easy to open and close it with one hand, and it lets you easily see into the pouch and helps with visibility for the stuff that's inside. Makes it really easy to just open it up, also fish around in there without having to dig your hands really far back and in. So we also optimized the size of it so that it doesn't interfere with your belt line. It's not hanging too low, but it still gives you a good amount of storage. If we're already talking about tourniquets and tourniquet solutions, we have the tourniquet hanger. So this is a super simple little tourniquet holder that does the same thing as this flap in that it protects and isolates the elastic from the outside world. So as you can see, the elastic stretch is here in the back and throughout, and it's just kind of isolated with cordura so that it's not going to get scratched up and banged up. It has the O, which is the Israeli buddy care symbol for a tourniquet, and has a space for a tether, which is always handy to have a tether in this area. So this also fits in either to your plate bag, underneath your placard, the side of your placard, or basically wherever you want. You can even sandwich it on the battle belt and have it dangling there. So super nice, super simple product. So let's talk about side armor. So we have the flank side armor carriers. These guys are meant to be used internally, mollied to the inside of the cummerbund, and the lid is height adjustable, so you can run them with 6x6 or 6x8 soft or hard armor. So these are a great addition to the minimalist cummerbund that comes with the K0. They sit really nicely. You can also attach them obviously to the Warfighter Cummerbund, which is structured and holds them perfectly tight against the body. So these are a great thin option, padded on the inside and soft. These are a great way to carry some side armor and armor up a little bit. Here's a teaser. This isn't out yet, but this is the general purpose pouch. This is a 3x3 version, which is 3 MOLLE by 3 MOLLE. So it's a great general purpose size for just holding all kinds of miscellaneous items you want to put in here, notepads, markers, snacks, whatever you want to put in. It has micro MOLLE on the back, and it has a pass-through for a belt. It's just a really great option for mounting on a belt or on the front or on the sides, wherever you want to put it. So this obviously just mollies onto any surface you can find on any of our plate carriers. This is all stuff for the front and for the sides. Let's talk about the back. So we have the AMAP 3, which is our assault pack that you can run with straps, or you can remove the straps and attach it directly to the back of the K19 or K0. So this utilizes these side clips and Velcro to clip on, hook in on the top and on the sides, and just give you a really secure, really generous solution for storage. Great place to put a hydration bladder and some extra stuff, maybe extra clothes, a little bit of extra ammo, food. It's a great pack that you can attach directly to the back of either of the plate carriers. It's going to give you a lot of capacity, and it's just great that you can convert it back into a regular backpack. So if there's any questions you have that we haven't answered here, please let me know in the comments. We'll try to answer as many of them as possible. Maybe we'll even put them in a future video if there's a lot of stuff you guys want to know. Thank you so much to the T&E program. Thanks for everyone who's watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you in the next video.